computer, if you don't already have it installed onto your computer, also how to use one of the tools that I've programmed for it, which is the consultant transfer tool. So if you don't have PyRevit, it's very easy. You just go to the library and install it through here. So if I go to the library drive, it's just in Revit here. It's just in, and I'll post this into the chat as well. So here we go, add-ins, and it's just over here, PyRevit. There's a 1-step, 2-step file. I'll send this over to the chat over here. All I'm going to do is, where is it? Yep, that one. I'll send it over here.
Where will you see it if you've already got it loaded?
If you've already got it loaded, it's just on the top here.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a baked-in tool, like it's a programmed-in tool. It's not an external program like Dynamo. So I just want to show you, once you've installed it in, you'll get this set of tools. To install my set of tools, all you want to do is just go to settings, and you want to add my folder here, and it's just this. So it's a folder in the L drive called extensions. So all you do is you add folder, you click onto the library, same thing. So if we go here, library, where all of our stuff lives, like our guides and our Revit stuff, all you got to do is just go to Revit, Revit API, and then you just want to click the folder, the extensions folder, selected folder. You don't double click it, you just select it and select folder, and there you go. You've got it added in. I already had it added in before, so that's why it's just over in the same thing. And then all you want to do is just save and reload. Yep. So we're going to click that. Oh. Save and reload. Cool. And it's reloaded in the tools. Now I'm going to you'll have this tab called PyCHT. I haven't changed the name yet. Should be, I'll change it eventually.
PyLife.
PyLife. We'll eventually change it to PyLife. But these are all the custom tools that I've programmed in there since maybe last year. I know like a lot of you have already used it. I know Penang's very big on the room data sheet one. A lot of the A9 stuff and apartment plans have been made through this tool. And now this is probably the most common used here locally, which is the exporter. So if you've got a the scenario would be, the workflow would be a consultant wants your model and you need to package that model for them. Obviously, you don't give them everything. We need to clean it up, strip it down, and give it to them. Yep. So what this tool does, I'm going to hover over this tool. This tool will prepare a model for consultant view. First, you need to open a detached copy of your model. Second, you need to open the consultant view and any other view you want to keep. This tool will purge all DWG files, all line types from DWG files. It'll purge unplaced and unbounded, incorrectly placed areas and rooms. It'll purge unused filters, unused view templates, and any empty and unreferenced tags.
Is that the Dynamo script pretty much shortcutted?
Yes, it's the Dynamo script, hard baked in with the code. So Dynamo is an external application. This is baked in now. Now, also, it's more powerful now. So with this tool, before in Dynamo, and I'm finding now that consultants are requesting us to maintain and preserve views for when we send it off. Like a lot of the times consultants want to link in our views, or they want some sort of reference view for them to use. Now, because of that, I've had to reprogram it so it allows for multi-view. The previous Dynamo script only allows for one view to be saved. Here now we can do multi-view. So this is Martin Street. Josh, are you familiar with this project? No, okay. Ernest, this is yours. Okay. So
I don't get the fancy Brighton ones.
Okay, so let's assume that they wanted all of our GA plans. So actually, let's first open our consultant view. So if I go over here, I want to open our consultant view so they get the disclaimer. I then want to let's say if it was a structural some structure wanted this, we'd probably give them all our GAs and maybe our slab setups. I'm just going to give our GAs just for the sake of not having to click everything. So all you have to do is I'm just going to go to my sheets here, my A1 series. I'm going to open up all of my GA plans. So I'm going to open up my basement. I'm going to open up my basement 1, 2. I'm going to open up my ground floor, and I'm going to open up my level 2 and level 1. So basically, these are all my GA plan views. So if they need to have views to link to reference, we can keep them now. Before, you'd have to sort of do this manually. You wouldn't be able to use the Dynamo tool. You'd have to like manually delete every single sheet, every single view. Now we're able to preserve this sort of content. So I'm just going to remove our splash screen, go back to our consultant view, and then when I hit this button, it's going to do all of this for us. So I'm doing this once again a detached model. So all through PyRevit now, same process. So detach the model. It'll clean it up. It'll also give you what's good about this tool. It gives you like little loading bars, and I can put in what it's purging. With the Dynamo stuff, it's kind of like what you get is what you get. You don't really know what's going on. So here it's removing all the sheets, and then it'll go to the next step, which is removing all the unnecessary views and schedules that we don't want to have across, and then it'll purge the project for us. So here it is removing drafting plans. If you can see there, sections and elevation views. Here you get a running count of all of the view templates it's removed, all of the elevation markers that aren't referenced and aren't sheeted removed. Well, all of them would be because we're not giving any section and elevations, and any empty tags. So that would be any the question mark or any like missing tags where it's just empty. And then it's also wiping the other stuff as the DWG stuff as well. So all the stuff that's mentioned in the when you hover over the tool. So once this is done, it'll then call to purge unused. You will just click OK and purge all the unused. One thing that was bad about some of the inbuilt tools and also some of the Dynamo stuff, when you purge unused, it actually only purges it once. And I'm sure if you've ever purged, you'll notice that when you purge it, it doesn't fully purge it. You have to do it one or a few times before you hit that 0 purge unused. That's honestly something that I've just neglected in the past, where I just like, look, you can purge it once and then who cares? They can have the extra, 100 unused things. But now we're going through this step. We might as well just purge all of it. So as soon as this is done, see, I don't have to click anything. It'll just bring up purge unused.
So what does the consultant get in the end?
The consultant gets in the end. I'll show you. So purge unused. They get this model and any dedicated views you want to keep.
All right. So what if we're issuing to a renderer?
If we're issuing to a renderer, that's a different process.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's where, depending on what they request, sometimes they request the Revit model. We do the same process for that. If they request an FBX model, we just print a dedicated 3D view as an FBX.
So what do we do if we're issuing the Revit model?
If we're doing the Revit model, we just do this.
Okay.
So if they ask like, hey, we're a renderer, we want your Revit model, you do this.
Yeah.
If they say, hey, we're a renderer, we want an FBX file, you need to do a different step.
Okay.
Okay. So that's done. All I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go back to manage, and I'm just going to purge unused again. And I'm just going to get it back to 0. It shouldn't take that long. And purge unused. Now we're at 0. So now we have a file here. If I just go to 50, this is what they're going to get. Just a quick look at what they're getting. And then, yeah, this file save as into your transfer out. And as far as speed goes, this is about 3 times as fast as Dynamo, just because Dynamo is an external application and it is baked into Revit. So as far as speed and stability goes, a lot of people have complained about the Dynamo stuff before. Speed and stability wise, this trumps everything. Like you can't get any better than this. It's a native tool.
Limits on it, takes us back.
Yeah, it should be 1/3 the time. So after that, just file save as to your transfer out folder. So I'm not gonna save out to a transfer out folder because this is like an example. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this here. I'm just gonna save over this. I'm just gonna call it Martin Street PyRevit post cleaning, and then I want you to see like how much it's reduced the file by. And the sort of how long this process takes. And all this really, like if you were to take out me talking, it really only takes like 5-10 minutes for a project this size. You can scale that up to like, whatever you can assume how long it would take for something bigger like RSR or Spotswood or something like that. Just yeah. So in general, it should be faster, more consistent, and you just get a better, cleaner product. And also, there's more features, so you can retain some specific views or sheets that you don't want, that the consultant does want, that you don't want to delete. You know, that sort of thing. Okay, so I think that's done now. So if we just go to the desktop, we can inspect what we have here. So that's the original Martin Street file. It's 700-ish meg, and then we've gotten it down to 300-ish meg, 350-ish meg. So we've about half the size of it. So that makes it easier for us when we're sending out stuff. A lot of consultants, they want it to be small because like they're just loading in our model. Same thing with us. When they send over our stuff, when they send over stuff to us, we want their files to be small as well. So it's like easy to link. Yeah, smaller the better in this case. All right, that's it.
Okay.
Just make sure you don't use the Dynamo stuff. Make sure you don't use eTransmit. Bami, if you want to not use Dynamo anymore, to manage. Not they haven't updated in like 2 years. Autodesk like somewhat abandoned it.
Yeah.
I can't. Man, it's too hard to manage.
And that's the only thing you're really putting user for anyway.
All the scripts will eventually move over.
Are you just creating them for this? Or are you creating these ones, or is it like
like the PyRevit?
consultant transfer one?
Yeah, I made this one.
So you just want to work your way through their scripts and remake it.
Yeah, and it's more powerful as well.
Half the stuff you don't fucking need anyway. So
No, a lot of stuff you need. So some of the and it gets automated.
we don't have a workflow we can test shit with like Dynamo scripts, you know what I mean? It's just good for stuff when you need to generate this.
Yeah, so
Like fucking your marketing plans.
yeah, so generation.
Marketing plan's probably the big one.
Yeah, generation stuff is where it is. Eventually, we can do something for design.
The design is there's no point. We don't.
There's no point in
workflow.
No.
Spend
No.
weeks trying to test it.
It's about generation. The design workflow works, but the problem is the only person who can do it is me. Like if I wanted to make something like on the spot for a design scenario, like if you wanted to have like your curtain panels, like make a pattern or something, and you just use the slider and it does what you see online, all the fucking pretty grasshopper shit you see online. Guess what? The designer is me. Like the one person who knows how to do it is the one designing.
Yeah, but like it takes. Because I'm going to learn that just to figure out how to do something.
And that's why generation is what I make. I make general stuff that nobody wants to do. That's very manual and clicky.
Yeah,
and that can be replicated, not the design stuff. The design stuff, we can do the design stuff, but designs change every single day.
If you want to learn it, you have to put it out.
Yeah.
That's on here.
Yeah. That's a different thing. Yeah, if you want to have if you want to have your facade undulate and like do all the fancy tessellation shit,
no one's
got to learn.
It's going to fucking build something like that.
No one's gonna learn.
Poor old, what's his name? He put all the effort into Dynamo.
What's his name? The which one?
Turkish guy.
Oh, Dennis.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Dynamo's great. It's just not like if you go online like now, like there's no bin manager really that pushes it too hard. Like it's like all like every like big
I got a few posts from the Balkan architect.
I don't like him. I don't respect his opinion. I'm sure he's great.
I'll have to I've got to do an issue for Riverside this afternoon.
I would do it with this.
I have to install it though.
Don't you have PyRevit?
I have PyRevit, but
My tools?
all these new bits that you've done, would they be on there?
They should be. If they're not, come ask me. You're just looking for if
I've got
PyRevit, right next to it should say PyCHT.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't have this, let me know. If you do, whatever.
So for Riverside, we need to do it with every single file.
Yeah, so you'd have to do it with every single file. Yeah. So you have to open up all 4.
Okay.
What I personally do is I open up 4 instances of Revit and I just open up all 4 and I just run these.
Sometimes you do that. You can't do it at the same time. It just wigs out.
But that's on Dynamo. The problem is with Dynamo, you open 4 instances of Revit, it also opens up in 4 instances of an external application.
Yeah.
Dynamo is an external application. So like it'd be like saying like, oh, my computer would crash or like it's not going so fast because I opened up 4 instances of Revit and then 4 instances of Photoshop. You're opening for Revit for Dynamo.
Okay,
This is built into Revit, so it's just you're keeping for Revit now.
that's right.
So you can, so it's more efficient and more faster.
Because I meant like an hour.
Stable,
into-
yeah. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Give it a